Hi guys, welcome to Baking with Mon. Today I'm really excited because I'm going to share with you my recipe, which I haven't tried this one before. This was my first time in trying it, and it's for baked donuts. So the reason why I've done this today is because I wanted to show you how to make my giant donut. So it worked, it's been great. I made my giant donut and I've also made these little cinnamon bite donuts. So I hope you enjoy it. So today for our giant donuts, I'm going to start off with 2.5 cups of self-raising flour. I've got a packet of yeast, 7 grams of active yeast. I've got 50 grams of unsalted butter. I've got 1 cup of, I've just used low-fat milk, but you can use whole milk as well. Whole milk's probably better, but I just had low-fat in the fridge, that's all I had. And I've also got 3/4 cup of caster sugar and 1.5 teaspoons of cinnamon. So to start off making our dough, what I'm going to do is I'm going to run and pop this in the microwave for about a minute. Just keep an eye on it. You don't want it to boil, but you just want it to become lukewarm. So that's been in for a minute and it's nice and warm now. It hasn't boiled, it's quite hot, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to add about 1 tablespoon, so about half of our unsalted butter into our milk mixture. And I'm just going to mix that through until it melts. These donuts are really easy, and the beauty of them is they're baked. A lot of the giant donuts are actually, they're cake donuts, so they're baked in the oven and they're actually using a cake batter and a cake tin, which is, you know, completely fine. But I really wanted to step it up today and actually do a real donut that was giant. And I thought, well, I can't fit a giant one in my fry pan, so why not try a baked donut recipe? Okay, so that's melted now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, with my flour, I'm going to add in about 1/4 cup of caster sugar, my yeast, and then I'm going to add in about 1/2 teaspoon of my cinnamon, and just pop your other leftover ingredients aside. And then grab your wooden spoon and just mix that together. There we go. And then you want to make a little well in the center. So just push all the flour aside and make a little well in the center. Just give this a last little mix. Almost melted. And then what we want to do, we just want to add that into our flour mixture. And then with a wooden spoon, just gently bring the flour into the center and start to mix it together to form a dough. Perfect. I'm actually going to add a little bit more flour just because it's looking a little bit loose. And the reason why I've used self-raising flour today is because I'm doing a giant donut. I want it to be really light and fluffy, so I just want to give it that extra boost. Whereas with the plain flour, I just feel like it's not going to be enough for it. Okay, so adding that little bit of extra, probably about 20 grams extra of flour. It depends on your mixture though. Stick to the recipe. If it's a little bit loose, the dough, just add a tiny bit of flour, maybe 20 grams, just until you get it to the right consistency. So now that's ready to knead. So I'm gonna put some flour out on my bench here. I'm gonna take my dough out. There we go. And then basically you just want to, I need a little bit of flour on my hands. Now this is a beautiful light dough, so you just want to knead it gently. Quite a sticky dough. There we go. So you just want to knead it gently, just by doing this. So you have the dough like facing just like that. You grab the ball of your palm and you just lift it up and push away. and you just keep turning. So turn, lift up, push away. Okay, so just keep, and you want to knead your dough for about 10 minutes, which seems like a long time. You're going to get a nice workout, but you want all the gluten to form in the dough, and you want the yeast to activate as well. So this is basically just making sure that we're making your dough come to life, basically, because yeast is a live product. And we're just waking the yeast up and getting it ready to do its job. So once you've kneaded your dough, you want to pop it into, I'm going to pop it back into my bowl, and I'm going to cover it with a tea towel and let it rest for about an hour. So my dough's been resting for an hour, and you can see it's doubled in size. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pop some flour on my bench, and I'm going to gently lift my dough out. Now what you need to do is you need to knock back the dough. So just press it out. It's just to get the air out. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to roll this dough out just a little bit. Just like that. Now because I want to make a giant donut, I'm actually going to use a 6-inch cake tin as my template for my cutter. So I'm just going to press down a little bit and run my knife around it. There we go. And then I'm going to use probably about my 4cm round cutter just to cut out a circle in the middle. So just like that. And then I might do a few little donuts as well, just to use up the rest of my dough. So I'll just cut out some more round circles. That's probably about it. I've got a lined baking tray here, and I'm just going to pop these onto my lined baking tray. You want to set them apart a little bit, just because they are going to rise again. So just like that. So there's one. And I'm just going to pop my big one just on a tray on its own. So just like that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to lightly spray that with oil and cover it with Glad wrap and let it rest for another hour. So my donuts are out of the oven, and it's come out just the way I wanted it to. It's giant, it's really great, and it's a real donut. It's not a cake donut. So I've also pulled out my little ones, and I've just brushed them with melted butter, and I've just tossed them in some cinnamon sugar, so they look great as well. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to finish off my giant donut. So I've made a chocolate glaze here, which I've put the recipe underneath for you. But this is really easy to make. So basically it's just you pop your chocolate, your butter into the saucepan, melt that together, add in your icing sugar and your milk and whisk it together, and you're done. So you can also do the same for white chocolate glaze. This is perfect. This is great for any donuts, any cakes. It's really, really versatile. So I'm just going to pour this over my donut. Just like that. Perfect. And I've just got baking paper underneath, so just to let it drain off. A little bit more here. Okay. Perfect. And then I've got hundreds and thousands, and I'm going to finish it off just by sprinkling hundreds and thousands over it. And this icing will just set perfectly. So there we have it. I'm not going to lift it up because it's still draining off, but that's my donut, and I'm really proud of it. I've never made a giant donut before, and here we are. So like, comment, subscribe. Hope you enjoyed. See you next time, guys.